You decide today. Not because a doctor told you to. Not because it is January 1st, because you just ate 4 cookies standing alone in your kitchen and you cannot remember choosing to eat the first one. You open the pantry and start reading labels you have never actually read before. Cereal, yogurt, the sauce you pour over chicken 4 nights a week. Sugar is hiding in places you never thought to check. You close the pantry door and make a decision your body did not agree to and was not consulted on. It has no idea what is coming. Neither do you. Not really. You have quit things before and failed within a week. So some quiet part of you is already bracing for that same familiar collapse. Level 1. Day 1. The disconnect. You skip the soda at lunch and your hand hesitates over the can, like it is reaching for something that is not there anymore. Your body is still running on sugar, already sitting in your blood and stored in your liver, so today feels almost normal, a little flat, a little quiet, in a way you cannot quite name. You do not know yet that your brain's reward circuitry runs partly on the same chemistry as certain addictive substances, releasing dopamine and opioid-like compounds every time something sweet touches your tongue. Today, for the first time in longer than you can remember, that circuit goes quiet. It does not protest. Not yet. It is coasting on yesterday's supply. Tomorrow it starts noticing the difference, and it will not be subtle about it. Level 2. Day 3. The crash. This is where it turns ugly. People who study sugar withdrawal consistently find that the worst of it lands somewhere between day 2 and day 5. Headaches, fatigue, irritability that shows up uninvited. Without a steady stream of quick fuel, your blood sugar dips harder than it used to, and your body answers by dumping cortisol to force glucose back into your bloodstream. That cortisol spike is part of why you feel raw enough to snap at someone over nothing. A headache settles in behind your eyes by mid-afternoon. You are exhausted in a way 8 hours of sleep does not touch. You stand in front of the vending machine at work and feel an actual physical pull toward it, the kind you have never had to consciously fight before, because you never needed to. Your hands are a little unsteady. You blame the coffee. It is not the coffee. Level 3. Week 1. The fog. The headaches start to ease, but the wanting does not. Here is the part nobody warns you about. Your decision happened in an instant, but your brain's chemistry has not caught up yet. Researchers tracking dopamine and opioid receptors found measurable changes in the brain's reward system after only 12 days of regular sugar exposure, and systems that change that fast do not reset on command. So this week, you are not weak. You are mid-rewire, and rewiring feels nothing like progress while it is happening. You catch yourself standing in front of the open fridge for no clear reason. You read a dessert menu twice with no intention of ordering. Your mood swings in ways that genuinely surprise you, steady 1 hour, snappish the next, and you keep waiting to feel proud of yourself. You do not. You just feel like something is missing. Because chemically, something actually is. You start bargaining with yourself in ways that would have embarrassed you a week ago. Just one piece. Just to get through the afternoon. And the fact that you do not give in surprises you more than anyone watching from the outside. Level 4. Weeks 2 to 3. The turn. Then, without announcing itself, something shifts. An apple tastes sweeter than you remember it being. Plain yogurt, which used to taste like a punishment, tastes like food again. Maybe even good food. This is not in your head. Taste researchers have shown sweet taste perception recalibrates within weeks of reduced sugar exposure, and some studies found a new, lower baseline forming in as little as 10 days of consistent reduction. Your taste buds were never broken by years of sugar. They were turned down, like a dial, and the dial is turning back up on its own. Cravings that felt unbearable in week 1 start to feel like background static instead of an alarm. Most people quit right before they reach this point, which might be the cruelest timing problem in the entire process, because the turn was 1 week away the whole time. Level 5. Month 1. The reset. By now the spike then crash pattern in your blood sugar has smoothed out, and your energy has smoothed out along with it. fewer afternoon collapses, better sleep, because stable glucose means your body is not jolting you awake with stress hormones at 3 in the morning. What is happening under the surface is even more dramatic than how you feel day to day. In one controlled trial, researchers cut added sugar from children's diets without cutting a single calorie and without meaningful weight loss, and within 9 days alone, fasting insulin dropped by 53% and triglycerides dropped by 46%. 9 days. No exercise plan, no calorie deficit, only less sugar. If a body already in metabolic distress can move that much in 9 days, it is worth sitting with what 30 steady days is doing for you right now, quietly, with no symptom to announce it. Level 6, Month 3, the repair. This is where it starts showing up on your face. Excess sugar circulating in your blood binds to collagen and elastin through a process called glycation, stiffening the very proteins that keep skin firm, and 3 months of lower sugar intake gives your skin real room to stop accumulating that damage. Inflammation tied to insulin spikes begins to settle, which lines up with research showing a 12-week low glycemic diet cut acne lesions by roughly half compared with a high-sugar comparison diet. You notice less puffiness in the mirror in the morning, fewer breakouts that seem to come from nowhere. A coworker asks if you changed something about your skincare routine, and you have changed something, you just changed it from the inside, where nobody was looking, with nothing more dramatic than fewer spoonfuls in your coffee. Level 7, Months 6 through 12. The new Norma, the dessert you used to crave, now tastes almost unpleasantly sweet, like straight syrup, because your baseline shifted and never fully shifted back. The constant low hum of wanting something sugary, the one you carried for years without ever noticing it was there, has gone quiet. You reach for food when you are actually hungry now, not when you are bored, stressed, or rewarding yourself for surviving a meeting that should have been an email. Changes that started in 9 days did not reverse just because you stopped measuring them. Held steady, they compound. Lower triglycerides, steadier insulin, skin that holds up better than it did a year ago. None of it arrived with fanfare. It just slowly became the default setting you live in now, the one you forgot you had to fight for. Level 8, the test. Then someone hands you a slice of cake at a party, and this is the part almost nobody tells you going in. Researchers studying sugar and the brain have documented something called the deprivation effect. When an animal is denied a substance for a stretch of time and then given access again, it often does not return to its old baseline. It overshoots. It consumes more than it ever did before the break, as if the brain is trying to make up for lost time in a single sitting. Your rebuilt, more sensitive reward system is capable of doing the exact same thing to you, at the exact moment you feel most in control. One slice can quietly become a weekend. A weekend can become the very habit you spent months undoing, rebuilt in days instead of the months it took to take apart. The body you repaired is not immune to this. It is simply quieter than it used to be, and quiet is precisely what makes it easy to fool. Somewhere right now, someone is standing in their own kitchen finishing something sweet they do not remember starting. They have no idea their dopamine receptors are already adjusting downward to keep pace. They have no idea what 9 honest days could do to the numbers running quietly through their blood, or what a year could do to their skin, their sleep, their mood, the size of the craving that used to run their entire afternoon. They will find out the way everyone eventually does, slowly, then suddenly, then so completely that it feels permanent, right up until the next slice of cake shows up to test them all over again.